Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to EA Tetragrammaton, where we are playing This is turn 20. Let's jump into things. Right, so we've got a couple things going on this turn. We have researched Evocation 2, and we're on our way now to Alteration 5. Did some site searching, found nothing in Tesiphon, found a Wolf Oak in Rib Mountains. This is a +1 nature gem, which is... Found nothing in Tesiphon again. Then we had a battle in the womb, and this was just against Province Defense. This is his force of Great Olms coming out to attack us. Okay. And next up, we had a event causing Dominion change in Underspring. Then we have the construction of the upgrade in Kohnberg is complete, which is great. That increases the administrative level there. Troops have patrolled down Troll Peaks. Great, fantastic. So that's pretty much the turn. We got a lot of movement into Perenna. So what are we doing right now? Right now we are... There's the chance that I've spoken to Agartha's player. He's basically made it clear that he's not going to go down without a fight, right? We've already realized that after our earlier blunders. So there's the chance that he is riding high on the back of confidence, right? And that he attacks into Perenna. So we're going to counter that possibility with all of the forces that we can put into Perenna on this turn. So if he does move down into Perenna, what is he bringing? If he moves down into Perenna, he's bringing 35 Great Olms. That's actually really terrifying. That's dangerous. Okay? He's bringing 4 Dark Vines. Kinda scary. He's bringing 11 Cavern Guards. Not really a huge deal. 1 Pale, 1 Commander. 2 Olm Spawns. Okay? 1 Earth Reader. And 1 Bloodhinged Druid. Okay? Not a huge magic contingent. Really not a huge infantry contingent. Basically relying on the Great Olms for firepower. If he hits Perenna, what is he going up against? Well, first he's going up against the Province Defense, which I think totals around 35 or so. Okay? Mix of light infantry, light cavalry, and cataphracts. Mostly just chaff. He is going to come up against 18 units led by Masanapana. A mixture of fairly injured Inky's Chosen and Urgar and Enkidu warriors with a handful of Mushushus. He's going to have 2 Galas with 3 Swarm casts in total. And what else are we bringing? Well, we're going to move in Gudu 3 and Gudu 4. And Gudu 3 is scripted to spam lightning bolts. Gudu 4 is just kind of here just because I didn't really have anywhere else to send him, so might as well. Iron Skin, Temper Flesh. And Elder 4 is coming in as well with a resupply of 6 more Enkidu warriors. Okay. We're also bringing our newest NC with 4 more Mushushus and 25 more mixed Inky's Chosen and Urgards, along with another Air Gudu that is scripted for more Lightning Bolt, and 3 more Air Gudus that are scripted for more Lightning Bolt spam. Along with our God, who is scripted to Iron Skin, Temper Flesh, Body Ethereal, and then attack. This actually does amount to a sizable chunk of forces. We've got 29 units there. We've got 18 units here, another 6 here, and 35 in the province. So we're actually close to, between 80 and 100 units. Quick maths, right? We've got a fair mage contingent with 5 lightning bolt casters, basically. We've got our God, which is going to be able to buff himself pretty highly and do a crazy amount of fighting. We've got some Swarm Cast, which we already know isn't the greatest, but it is something. And And yeah, that's about it. Those are the forces that we can bring to bear. I don't think he's gonna pull the trigger. I think it's possible, but I don't think he's gonna pull the trigger. He's made it clear, right, that he's not trying to win. He's not trying to like invade me. He's just trying to make it hurt as much to take him out. So my assumption is that he's gonna back off. And he's going to continue to build up this army and continue to try to make it as painful as possible for me to beat him. Okay? So that being said, we are still moving Incy 1 up towards He's got a force of 31 units. He's heading into and then he'll be heading up towards Purina. Here in Purina, I'm actually building a lab because I'm anticipating that all these mages that are coming to Purina aren't going to be in a fight this turn, and I'm not going to want to immediately launch them into a fight next turn. So I'm trying to have a place for them to go, and some of them are going to site search. All the rest of them are immediately going to research. Okay? And we're going to try to use Purina as a forward base. Just as much as he can have a strong fortification, right? We don't even have to have it be a fortification necessarily. Just like he can have a strong defensive position that we have to take, we can have a strong defensive position that he has to take. And technically he doesn't have to take it. He could try to go around us, but alright, fine, whatever. How about it? I don't particularly care if that's the case, right? So we're going to use Purina as our kind of like our muster point, our forward base of operations. We've been talking about wanting to get it built upon for several turns now. We might actually start doing that in the near future, aside from this lab, right? We might throw down a temple next turn, or maybe we start a fort there. We'll see. In the meantime, we're doing some very limited basic recruitment because we only had about 800 gold. So that afforded us the ability to put a lab here, which is 500 gold, and then we had very little to work with, so we are getting a gala for research down in Kronberg. We're getting a gala for research in and we're getting a Mushu. Trying to get a Mushu every single turn, no matter what. And that's pretty much it. That's basically the turn. We are sending out more scouts in various directions. We're going to try to see the extent of the battle between Pangea and Tirnanog. I think we're actually going to send a scout over this direction now. And probably move this scout over towards more of Yomi's lands, because I want to see if Femoria and Yomi are still fighting, or if they have made... Okay. And that's pretty much it. Research-wise, we're just going to aim directly for Alteration 5, because even if I do not go for Mother Oak, Wooden Warriors is still a very strong option for us. Iron Warriors is less of a strong option, but it's still an option, right? This is something that we can at least have our Earth Gurus, right? I could have him spamming Iron Warriors and hit a couple of... because he only hits one square, right? So if we're taking a look at like our Urguard, like one or two of these at a time, basically. So 2 of these go up to 20 protection. That's not as bad as it sounds, right? If they're on a hold and attack closest, then he can get, 3 casts off, and that's 6 guys. If you have 4 or 5 of him, right, that's actually a fair number of dudes that are suddenly at 20 protection. So it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's not horrible. If we feel like... I think this is just what we're going to go for. Because I think it's a point at which we want to be eventually anyways. But we'll see. After that, we're probably going to run up Conjuration. Or we're going to take a quick dip into Construction. And if I can get this Agartha scenario under wraps, I'm probably going to start looking at our indies. Specifically Tessaphon for our... Crystal Sorceresses, which I would love to have already started getting. Where's the other thing? Oh. Oh, down here, in the swamp, shamans. So the swamp is actually kind of a precarious scenario. I need to go ahead and take Fever Fens, partially so that I can use the Sinkhole Swamp to consistently recruit shamans, and then I can use Fever Fens to recruit my Bone Readers, which are basically my only real death access. They have a 1 in 3 chance of being Death 2, which with Death 2 you can make a couple of different options happen, basically. So that's about it. We're gonna try to take Agartha seriously and stop trying to rush things. We're gonna try to make calculated moves like this. I think if he moves into Perenna with the force that we are mustering there, I think he absolutely loses. I think we will take some losses, but I think the combination of lightning bolt spam and just the sheer numbers that we're going to have, right? Because keep in mind, we only had about 50 units attacking onto Agartha on the capital. We have way more than that are going to be in Perenna. So that amount of force, and he's not going to have all of his PD, right? So I think we definitely win in Perenna if he does attack it. I think he doesn't attack it, so I think we just hold there, muster for a turn or two, and move on. See how it goes. I also think probably what we're going to end up doing with our god, because we're at this point where we don't really want to use our god for battling or for fighting at the moment, but we're at the point to where 41 research is still very, very high. But if I have most of my mage core researching, 41 doesn't matter as much. Whereas, if I'm site searching for 6, 4, and 7, these are guaranteed going to find sites if they're in the province. So I won't have to worry about earth, astral, or nature. So it's very likely for the next 10 turns or so, depending on how things turn out, that I run around and site search with my god. We'll see. I might not end up doing that, but we'll see. Anyways, that's going to be it for the turn. I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.